I'm dying of love. That is how it is. I loved her so, and I love her still, Daroga, and I am dying of love for her. I tell you, if you had known how beautiful she was when she let me kiss her alive, it was the first time, Daroga, the first time I ever kissed a woman. Yes, alive. I kissed her alive, and she looked so beautiful, as if she had been dead. I kissed her just like that, on her forehead, and she did not draw back her forehead from my lips. Oh, she is a good girl. She's a good, honest girl. And she saved your life, Daroga, at a moment when I wouldn't have given two pences about your Persian skin. As a matter of fact, nobody bothered about you. Why were you down there with that little chap? You could have died as well as he. My word, how she entreated me for her little chap. But I told her that, as she had turned to the scorpion, she had, through the very fact of her own free will, become engaged to me, and she did not need to have two men engaged to her, which was true enough. As for you, you did not exist. You had ceased to exist. I tell you, and you were going to die with the other. Only mark me, Daroga, when you were yelling like the devil because of the water, Christine came to me with her beautiful blue eyes wide open, and she swore to me, as she hoped to be saved, that she consented to be my living wife. Until then, in the depths of her eyes, Daroga, I had always seen my dead wife. It was the first time I saw my living wife there. She was sincere, and she hoped to be saved. She would not kill herself. It was a bargain. It was understood that I was to take you both to the surface of the earth. When at last I cleared the room of you, I came back alone. Oh yes, you see, Daroga, I couldn't carry him up all that way at once. He was a hostage. But I could not keep him in the house on the lake either, because of Christine. So I locked him up comfortably. I chained him up nicely. One whiff of the chloroform and he was limp as a rag. In the dungeons, which must be a deserted part of the opera house, below the fifth cellar, where no one ever comes, where no one ever hears you. Then I came back to Christine, and she was waiting for me. Yes, she was waiting for me erect and alive and a living bride. She hoped to be saved. And when I came forward with more timid than a little child, she did not run away. No, she stayed, and she waited for me. I even believed, Daroga, that she put on her forehead just a little. Oh, not much, just a little, like a living bride. And I kissed her. And she did not die. Oh, good it was, Daroga, to kiss somebody on the forehead. You can't tell. But my mother, Daroga, my poor, unhappy mother, would never let me kiss her. She used to run away and throw my mask at me, nor any other woman ever. You can understand my happiness was so great. I cried, and I fell at her feet crying, and I kissed her feet, her little feet, crying. You're crying too, Daroga. And she cried also. The angel cried. Yes, Daroga. I felt her tears fall on my forehead. Oh, mine. They were so soft, so sweet. They trickled under my mask. They mingled with my tears. Yes, they flowed between my lips. Listen, Daroga, to what I did. I tore off my mask so not to lose one of her tears. And she did not run away. And she did not die. She remained alive, weeping over me, with me. She cried together. I have tasted all the happiness the world can offer. Listen, Daroga, listen to this. While I was at her feet, I heard her say, poor, unhappy Erik. And she took my hand. I had become no more, than a poor dog ready to die for her. I mean it, Daroga. I held in my hand a ring, a plain gold ring, which I had given her, which she had lost, and which I had found again. A wedding ring, you know. I slipped it into her little hand and said, there, take it. Take it for you and him. It shall be my wedding present. A present from your poor, unhappy Erik. I know you love the boy. Don't cry any more. And she asked me in a very soft voice what I meant. Then I made her understand that, were she concerned, I was only a poor dog, ready to die for her, but that she could marry the poor young man when she pleased, because she had cried with me and mingled her tears with mine.